Hey my baby dolls, welcome back to my channel. Hey girl, how you doing? In today's video, I'll be doing my current go-to makeup look. Now let's get into this hair though, y'all. I love this bob. This is my favorite bob wig. This is by Bobbi Boss. Lyna, I had already did a wig review on this wig, but I got it in like a bluish tip. Leave that down below. So what I put in my lace, I had put this Ruby Kisses matte finish setting powder. I love this. It works perfectly fine for my lace. Of course, I'm leaving everything down below, so you don't gotta worry about that, girl, okay? So here I'm just gonna moisturize my skin, ladies, get everything hydrated. So that's the first step of what I do before I apply my makeup. So first things first, I always start with my brows before anything. Here I'm going to take my NYX Eye Brow Gel. This stuff is like the bomb. I got it in the color Expresso. I'm going to use my angle brush. When I start my brows, I always trace my natural shape first. I start from the bottom of my brow, and then I just work my way up to the top. So basically, just give your brows a definition first, your natural shape, trace it in, and then after that, what I do is I just fill in the middle. You'll see. Now, y'all, I'm gonna like really tell y'all about this. This eyebrow gel by NYX is like once you put it on, it's on. Like it's really, really hard to move around. So make sure you're taking your time if you're gonna buy this product. Or if you already have it, you should know, like, girl, this stuff, it sticks. It's also waterproof too as well. Like, once it's on, it's on. Just be careful where you apply it, because once you start trying to brush it out, girl, it's hard, okay? Now, I do want to do an eyebrow tutorial. Just an eyebrow tutorial just based like on my eyebrows, how I do them. So if you would like to know, let me know down below in the comment section and let me know. Now here I'm going to take Creamy Beige and Cool Tan and mix these two together. These are the LA Pro concealers. You can get these at your local beauty supply store. So what I did was I used Creamy Beige and I used the Cool Tan Concealer, and I used it as an eyeshadow base, and I just blended it all out over the lid. Here I'm going to use my Rimmel London Stay Matte press powder. I love this press powder. I got it in the color Translucent. I love it so much. And what I'm doing here, I'm just setting my eyelid. You always want to set your eyelid once you put down your concealer or eyeshadow base or whatever you use before you apply your eyeshadow. Here I'm going to take my NYX Perfect Filter. I love this palette. I use this palette like all the time. This is my go-to palette. It has beautiful bronzy, orangey, burgundy tones you can use every day. So I'm just going to take this shade here. This is a neutral type of color as my transition shade. Now I'm going to take this nice orange shade. I love this orange because it's not too bright. It's a nice settled neutral orange. I'm going to place that on top of my transition shade. Y'all, I love this palette so much. It's so soft. It blends perfectly. Like, I prefer everyone to get it and it's affordable. I purchased mine at NYX. I purchased mine at Target. Here I'm going to take a burgundy, two subtle burgundy shades in this palette. I'm going to place this color a little bit in my crease area. I love this color because it's not too red. It's more of like a brown type of red, if that makes any type of sense. Like, it's neutral. Like, this palette is just a good ass palette, okay? And I'm just placing it in more in my crease area, giving my eye a little bit of depth. And I'm going to go back with that orange and I'm going to blend everything out so it blends seamlessly. Here I'm going to take my little flat eyeshadow lid brush, and I'm taking my Center Stage Pink Rose Cosmetics. This is really good. It's extra affordable. I'll leave the link of where I purchased it from. And I'm going to take a color in this palette. It's very neutral, Celebrity, right on the eyelid. Here I'm going to take my NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner in the color Black, of course. I love this liner, y'all. Like, this is my favorite eyeliner. I can't find anything else that I really like, so I just stick to what I'm used to. Now, the one that I used to use was by NYX, but they discontinued their brand. But this is a real good dupe for it. So this is the one that I'm using now, and it works perfectly fine. So here I'm just cleaning up under my eyeliner. I just love to do this part after I'm done. Everybody can't really, you know, do a perfect wing eyeliner. So if you mess up, this is something that you can do. This works really great for me. I just take my concealer and I just go under it and clean up any area that I messed up. And it makes the eyeliner look even more sharp and clean. I love these eyelashes, y'all, and y'all know that I love my dramatic lashes. These is a brand by Featherella. I don't remember what style I had on, but of course I'll leave it down below. And I'm just going to take my black mascara to just sweep under the lashes because of excess eyeshadow. I love this foundation. It's by Kat Von D Lock-It. I'm in the color Deep 71 Warm. This foundation, I know a lot of people really don't like it. Some people don't, some people do. This foundation is really thick and super full coverage. I love full coverage. I really don't need full coverage. I have nothing really to hide, but I just love the consistency. Like, it stays on all day. Now, I do get a shade darker than me, like one shade darker than my skin tone, always in my foundation. Yeah, I just like to look a little bit more brown, a little more bronzy. Everything is going to come together. You're probably looking like, girl, it's not your color, but it is once everything come all together. I know that you originally seen me using my beauty blender to apply my foundation. I also use a foundation brush by e.l.f. This helps everything blend out really good. So I use my beauty blender first, and then I use a brush so everything can look flawless and even out very, very nicely. Also, this foundation is one of those foundations where I have to like really like set in your skin and melts and give it a second, because it looked a little orange in the beginning, but now it's evening out. So here I'm just taking the same concealer that I use for my brows, Cool Tan and Creamy Beige. I mixed those two together and I'm applying it under my eye, bridge of nose, chin, forehead, all that good stuff. So I really love to highlight under my eye. I'm taking Creamy Beige, just that alone, to give my under eye more of a highlight. Now this is the same powder that I use to set my eyelid with, and this is a pressed powder, meaning that it's compact, it's not loose. I can't really use loose powders. They kind of like look ashy and like give me this type of ashy effect under the eye, like my under eyes are very, very dry, so I can't use that. So I love this because it's not messy. I'm pressing this powder right into my skin. I'm not baking or anything like that. I'm putting it under my eye, right in my T-zone area where my nose is, bridge of nose, chin, and forehead where I mostly get oily. This is a matte powder, so I really love that because it really does keep me matte all day. Here I'm going to take my Ruby Kisses Never Touch Up Matte Finish Powder Foundation. I'm using it to bronze out my face, give my cheeks some definition and everything like that, just giving some color back to my face. This powder here is by Ben Nye Luxury Powder. I got the color Camel. It's like almost my skin shade. I'm using it under where I kind of like contoured, bronze my cheeks area. I'm using it under there just to sculpt it out and make everything defined. Now I don't like to let this powder sit, so I'm just going to go ahead and buff it all out. I'm using the Beige Cosmetics buffing brush. I love this brush. It blends so well. I'm going to go back in with the NYX Perfect Filter palette. I'm using that orange shade under my waterline. I love putting color eyeshadow under there, so I'm using this. So you guys always asking about my lip combinations that I do. I'm using the NYX lip liner in the color Expresso. I'm kind of overlining my lips. I have small lips, y'all. So then I'm going to take my NYX Butter Gloss in the color Cookie Butter. And then the other one I'm putting on top is by Pinky Rose Cosmetics, the color Elegant. Then over top it with some regular clear lip gloss. I really, really love this highlighter. It's by Gauler. I have this highlighter in the shade Gilded Honey. This one is like the perfect one for me. I know some highlighters are like too much. This one is just a nice natural highlighter. It works for everyone's skin tone. And I'm only applying a little bit of highlight. I'm not trying to overdo it. Now to finish everything off, I normally use the NYX Spray Matte, but I only had dewy left, So that's it, baby dolls, for this look. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you, baby dolls, in my next video.